We do have a third generation Trevere, which will be done by fermentation. Why are we doing that? Stevia, in particular the stevia products on the market at the moment, suffer from the fact that the principal component, Reb A, it actually has some negative connotations. Our stevia is not processed with enzymes, does not have chemical solvents. All we do is concentrate it and they extract and dry it and use it then for our sweeteners. Our third generation product, Eversweet, is actually based on fermentation. Now, why is it we're using fermentation? We're using fermentation very straightforwardly because it gives us access to the most potent, the best tasting parts of the stevia sweet components. If we wanted to grow enough stevia to get those components, because they're only present in very small quantities in the leaf, we'd have to populate the paraglide with the whole of the stevia plant, and that's clearly not practical, it's not appropriate. As far as we're concerned, fermentation is something that people are familiar with. They're familiar with beer, they're familiar with wine, they're familiar with yogurt, they're familiar with bread. And so from our perspective, this is an entirely appropriate way.
But if you can't even call it stevia leaf extract on the label because it's not from a stevia leaf, you're using a genetically engineered baker's yeast and fermenting with a sugar source. And if you can't describe it on the label as stevia or stevia leaf extract, and you have to call it stevia glycosides or Reb D and Reb M, will your customers still be interested in buying it? And will consumers consider that to be stevia or a natural product?
And the short answer is, in all food ingredients, there's a trade-off. What do people want? Do they want an excellent tasting sweetener that's going to help them reduce their calorie load and it's produced in a sustainable way? Because it's not a sustainable way to grow enough stevia in the world to give you components of Reb D, Reb M, in order to allow you to meet the demand requirements. So, yes, it's done by fermentation. Yes, it's fermenting a sugar. Is that any worse than anything else? I mean, look at wine, look at beer, they're fermented sugars, essentially, albeit with some flavouring from the natural grain. And so what we're doing, I think, is consumers are going to find acceptable. I think some may be turned off. Some may say, well, look, I only want the leaf extract. And that's fine. And that will depend on our customers and what choice they make, how they want their product branded and what ingredients they want. A number of them are very keen to have a great tasting, affordable ingredient, because at the moment the leaf extract process is significantly more expensive than other synthetic sweeteners, which we don't make. And so we're giving them an affordable, a healthy, a nutritious, and in particular a sustainable ingredient.